So we're going to have Jackson McAndrew and Ryan Kalkbrenner for Creighton. Creighton's going to be on their way in a minute. So for St. John's, it's the first time since 2009 that the winning team has erased halftime deficits in the semis in champ game. And the last time that was done was Rick Pitino's Louisville team in 2009.
He's got a thing for it.
It's also the first time the number one seed has won 3 straight titles in Big East history. Creighton locker room is open. And Creighton is on its way. Sure can. It's going to be a while. I don't know. I don't have it. Hi. Thanks. And Ryan Kalkbrenner was on the all-tournament team, and I know he's on his way. They're going to be here in a second. Thank you. It's the Garden, man. 2000. Last appearance in the finals, 2000. John and Matt. 1, 2. Questions? 1, 2. Randy. Creighton is here. Coach Greg McDermott. And we have Jackson McAndrew and Ryan Kalkbrenner.
Well, congrats to St. John's. They've had a remarkable year. Dominated our league and pretty much saved their best for this conference tournament. And they just wear into you over time. And I would have guessed at halftime that 66 points might be enough to win the game. The way both teams were defending, but they made some shots the second half, and then we made some mistakes, and we made those mistakes. We went under RJ a couple times by mistake. We blew a switch on an out of bounds play, and that was 9 points. And sometimes you make mistakes and they don't cost you because they miss the shots. But tonight, every time we made a mistake, they made us pay. So we lost to a really good basketball team, and I think they're going to represent the Big East in a positive way next week.
John, over here on the right.
Mac, how you guys made the run to get here, fended off DePaul on Thursday and beat UConn last night. How tough is it to get back to this point and have the second half unfold the way it did?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to get to this game, let's be honest. And we've been fortunate to be here quite a few times. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to finish the job. So, but, you know, like I told the guys, obviously we're disappointed in tonight. But we also need to be proud of the fact, you know, we essentially won a road game last night against a really good team. And then, you know, you have to hook it up and play another road game tonight against a really good team in an electric environment. So I'm proud of what these guys have accomplished to this point, and the season's not over. And, you know, we're going to celebrate tomorrow, and then we're going to flip the switch and turn it into preparation mode.
Matt?
Ryan, what stings the most when you think about just the last 10 minutes and kind of how on fire they were and how kind of alive the building came?
You know, it's a really tough environment to play in, and you know they got hot, and like Max said, our focus in the second half wasn't as good on defense, so it was harder for us to kind of keep them from getting what they wanted. Obviously, they scored 57 points, so. Yeah, it should never happen to us. We're a much better defensive team than that. So, you know, I think just kind of knowing that we had a better defensive effort to give in the second half.
Right here in the middle.
Coach, you played a pretty aggressive drop coverage with Ryan to start out the game, and it worked in the first half. What kind of led to that decision, and then kind of what did St. John's do to counter that successfully?
Yeah, I mean, that's our, you know, our base defense, and you know, we tried to stay on top of Kadari and RJ a little bit and make them cut towards the baseline instead of towards the top of the floor, and we did a pretty good job of that the first half. The second half, like I said, we made some mistakes on some screens, you know, closed out short on RJ a couple times, and you know, a couple of those threes were killers, you know, and then I thought Zuby made some tough plays around the basket. You know, he had a couple, you know, tough finishes over Ryan that not many people do. So, you know, they made 14 shots in a row in that stretch, and that doesn't happen to us very often.
Let's go in the middle, third row. Right there.
Yeah, Jackson, as a freshman, can you kind of just talk to me about your first Big East tournament and the experiences there? Obviously, you experienced big highs with the UConn win, and then also, you know, a big low here.
Yeah, I would say it was definitely a blessing, you know, going through this process. Got to, you know, feel a little bit of everything here, the wins and losses, and I think I definitely learned a lot from Coach, from all the Ryan and all the older guys as we went through it, and I think it was a great experience, obviously, and you know, this is something that I'm definitely going to be looking forward to in the next years.
Back in the middle.
For Coach and Jackson, Coach, obviously a lot of teams pay attention to Ryan, to Steve, and to Jemiah, kind of as your big three, but seeing Jason step up last night, and then obviously what Jackson was able to do tonight, can you just talk about some of your younger guys and the confidence you see them going into the tournament?
Yeah, I mean, I think a game like tonight is huge for Jackson. You know, to play as well as he did on this stage is great for his confidence. Ty Davis on Thursday, you know, played terrific for us, and you know, Jason Green, to your point yesterday, had a great game. So I think anytime young players can have success when the lights are the brightest, I think it helps them moving forward, motivates them to continue to work, because it's validation of the work that they put in, that it's paying off. So, you know, we had some other guys step up. You know, it's a lot of the year it's been Kalk and Steven and Jemiah, and then we'd get guys sprinkled in. But you know, we don't get to tonight without guys off the bench in the play of Jackson and Jason. So. It's really good for us, I think, moving into the tournament, that guys are going to be disappointed in this loss, but feel good about some things that transpired.
Back to John.
Ryan, did they do anything different in that stretch where they made 14 straight, or were they just hitting shots?
I don't think they were doing anything drastically different. I think they had a little bit better execution. they're executing their offensive stuff better. We were executing our defensive stuff, and they had a little more energy to what they were doing. So I don't know. It's hard to say right now, and obviously I think we'll have to go back and look at the film and learn from that. But yeah.
Right here in front, Jake.
Coach, you talked about gaining experience for your team ahead of the tournament, but in terms of physicality, you played a double overtime game against DePaul. You played a physical UConn team yesterday and a physical St. John's team tonight. Do you think that your team is better prepared now in terms of endurance for what they might expect come tournament time?
We always play fast, so I think our endurance is pretty good. But to your point, a 50-minute game and late at night, and then you crank it against UConn. It takes a lot of wind out of your sails. But, both teams played back-to-back nights. So, I think both teams are on fumes a little bit, and adrenaline kind of takes over, and that gets you through a game like tonight. But, we need a little rest. Fedora's injury certainly didn't help. That took an important ball handler out of our lineup. It was playing really well. So, that was unfortunate that, our bench got pretty thin because of that injury.
It's going to be the last question, Matt.
Yeah, Ryan, I guess I know how badly you wanted to be in this game and to win this game, but you do have one more NCAA tournament in front of you pretty soon. How challenging is it going to be, and what are the keys to just taking this for what it is and flipping the script so you guys can be locked in for that?
I mean, when you're in your 5th year of college basketball, you learn how to turn the page, and obviously we're all going to be really disappointed about this one, and we got an off day tomorrow to be a little disappointed and turn the page, and I know we're all going to be locked in and ready to go on Monday. But yeah, like I said, when you've done this 5 years for me, you know that the sun's coming up tomorrow and you got more games to play, so you got to be locked in, and then just trying to help guys like Jack, Ty, and younger guys see that, because I remember me as a freshman, I would have been not ready to turn the page at all. So yeah, just helping the young guys and helping everyone move forward from this, because like you said, we got more games to play.
Creighton, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for kind words.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll see you in Wichita tomorrow.
Yeah, I hope we see you.
Yeah, it should still be open. In St. John shows I did.
Thank you again. This year,
Yeah.
35 years. Congrats, man.
35, yeah. 12 with you.
Yes. That was enough. I drove you out.
Guys are giving up?
No, they split it.
It's fine, just go. Yeah, I need both. Prophetic? would be the guy. He could be in the press room if he's not in here. He could be on the floor if the team's still out there.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Okay, it was very nice for me. Thank you. You could take one if you want to have two. We had cakes. What's that? Back at work? Yeah, for a little while. Thank you. Thank you. It's pretty cool. Maybe I'll see you in Newark. If we have a team, I'll be there. Ready?
Yeah, I'll be.
Thanks.
Yeah, I do that. I like those because you get personality stuff like that because that's like how. The games themselves. Exceptional. It's the quotes, the little fun.
It shouldn't be like that. They were supposed to allow, well, they weren't supposed to allow any reporters in the ropes, and they allowed that right away, and they weren't supposed to do that. Because it was just supposed to be TVs and cameras. I'm sorry about that. That shouldn't have happened.
This will be the first year. College is different than pros anyways.
Jackie, go back to credentials. Do you know where they are?
I assume Creighton was in that.
Yeah, let's go courtside.
Not a good night for us. Or disappointing. Yeah, they'll be. I'm not sure how long they hang because they got to catch 9:42, but
I understand that.
I'm going to remember this night for you kind of in the garden floor there.
Well, I will remember it too.
I'll come back next week just to see how we're doing.
Check on you. Thanks, Lou.
Pleasure. There are a couple of jets that the Giants treat their credentials like it's like Golden Fort Knox. It's not. They're not that good. It's a long game. To be honest. Looking forward to tennis. Well, it's personality stuff. So 9:30 over here.
Chance long. It's always on. And it's okay. You know one of the things I'm not going to miss?
This will be the Queen's Chronicles next week.
I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about the fun. It was like stuff like that.
Yeah, no, no. It's listen, I can't complain about my relaxed program.
That's one thing I can say, man. It's been a lot of years.
Yeah, she was at LA. She had a celebration the way St. John's did tonight.
Yeah. Well, he was supposed to be allowed on the floor, but he had, he's a radio guy, so he had media, press card, so he didn't want to, so,
Seal the deal.
There are people that probably should be.
It's supposed to be. Sometimes it is. But it was just supposed to be TV and cameras inside the room. And writers, this was in front, I was in front of Creighton Benz, and like Zach and all of this.
I saved a seat for you, Bill. Come on. I got that one. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
Right. I'll give you first question, Bill. If you want. Really? 2000? Were you here in 2000? Oh, I thought you were talking about St. John's championships. But if you want to, we can make it happen.
He knows the guy.
Yeah. If you want the pressure. Are you? Nah, they're already done. Oh, right here? No. Oh, no, no. No, no. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't think, I really don't think so here. All right. Well, we're not coming back. Thank you. Yeah, shouldn't have. That's what it looked like to me. Okay.
Check, check.
Feeling better about it? Okay, good.
Check 1 2.
If you're right. Why not? Just a hassle. Not yet. Are they in there now? Are they in there now? Did they go to the locker room now? Okay, we have a couple of notes. So Rick Pitino's the first coach to win Big East tournament titles at two different schools. He won 3 at Louisville, 09, in 12, and 13. And obviously he won here. R.J. Lewis, 29 points, the most points in a final since Jalen Brunson scored 31 in 18. It's also the first time the number 1 seed has won 3 tournament titles in a row. I'll have to check it. I don't know. Yeah.
This is the most we're trying to do anyway. You won't see him on the conference in this regard. First time in 25 years. This is big. You get it right.
All right, here's another note. St. John's is the first, let's see, 25 years between titles for St. John's. The 25 years between titles is the longest amount of time between tournament championships in Big East history. Previous was 23 years, Seton Hall, 93 to 16. So 25 years in between titles. which means you have to win two to do that. But, yeah. St. John's locker room is open. Yes. Should get it momentarily here.
They're bringing
Zuby and RJ. Zuby Ejiofor and RJ Lewis Jr. RJ won the most outstanding player and the Dave Gavitt Trophy. Zuby's on the all-tournament team. Only bringing two. I think we're good. I'll check his cup when he gets here, what he's got in it.
Did you say the longest gap between championships?
Yes, 25 years.
And then you said something was 23?
Seton Hall had 23, 93 to 16. Is that okay? Is our math right there, Roger?
No, I'm not doing your math, I just...
Right, okay.
John, at this point, I trust you there.
Thank you. It took a while. It took a while, but yeah, I have your trust. Kadari Richmond is also coming, so we will need a chair. Thank you.
Should I get one more box, or?
Okay, the latest text I got from Kenny says, let's see, they're here. All right, RJ Lewis and Kadari Richmond will be with Coach Pitino. And as we said earlier, R.J. Lewis is the winner of the Dave Gavitt Trophy as the most outstanding player. Kadari Richmond is the all-tournament team. And Coach Pitino, whenever you're ready. Congratulations.
Thank you. Well, we had three phases we set out, and phase one was to win the regular Big East Championship. Phase two gets very difficult because you can't embrace what you're accomplishing. You just have to keep getting better. And we accomplished that in phase three, was to make the tournament and go as far as we could possibly go. And these two young men make it possible. Kadari is about as much fun to coach as any coach could have, because he takes coaching really well and he owns up to every mistake he makes. And in the first half, we were just really intimidated by Kalkbrenner, and we were pulling up, missing our mid-range, and what we talked about at halftime was to take it to the rim, use the rim as a shield. He can't cut through steel, and then take the three when it's there. Don't worry about the mid-range game, and both of these guys took it to the rim. They used the rim as jail, what we call jail, and even when we missed 2 free throws, RJ got the rebound. So both of these guys have had an incredible season. I've said it all along with RJ that he's going to be even a better pro, and he's a hell of a college player. And Kadari is going to have a long career because somebody's going to invest in Kadari and get a 6'6" guard who's going to play a long, long time in the NBA. I'm positive of that. So I'm proud of both of them. Great win for the city. Great win for our university. You hear it all along that it's this New York's team, and it truly is. And as a New Yorker myself, I'm very, very proud that St. John's has gotten to this level. So we're all excited. We're all thrilled. And these guys deserve all the credit because they shot 72% in the second half, 66.7 from 3, and they were just brilliant.
Can we start with players, please? Zach?
RJ,
Thank you.
you go from Big East Player of the Year to Big East Tournament Most Outstanding Player and most points, I guess, ever in a Big East Tournament championship game. Can you just describe the feeling right now?
I mean, first and foremost, got to give the glory to God. You know, without him, wouldn't be here. And I'm just very blessed, you know, for this opportunity. And, you know, like Coach P says, you know, there's not that many second chances in life. So when the opportunity presents itself, you got to grab it by the neck. So, I mean, I'm just truly happy. This is wow. This is incredible. Just to come from, you know, last year to this year and just see the transformation. And obviously, you know, we brought in big time transfers with Cooks here, Davon, A. Scott, Vince. So it's just great. And I mean, Coach P is the mastermind behind all of this. And I mean, it's truly special. I'm a loss for words. Been asked a lot of questions so far. So I mean, I'm just truly blessed, and I'm just very happy and to, you know, bring this championship back to New York City and obviously to St. John's University. And, you know, we're just going to continue to build on.
All the way in the back, Mike.
RJ, when you climbed up the ladder the second time and you were sitting there on the rim and you had the flag on to your right here.
Right.
Okay. When you were climbing up the ladder the second time and you're sitting on the rim with the flag on you and everything, posing for the photos, can you kind of think of like a better encapsulation of everything you thought this journey with Coach Pitino could be than that moment?
I didn't think he was going to out me in front of Coach P like that, you know. He could have been like, oh, don't climb on the ladder, you might get hurt. But, I mean, it's just, you know, as a little kid, you dream about these special moments, you know, just, you know, during the March Madness and, you know, the tournament championships. When I was little, I would see, you know, the guys go up to the ladders and cut the nets. And then obviously to do it myself it's incredible. It's a great feeling. And, I mean, I'm just truly blessed, you know. I mean, God has been so good to me. And, you know, all I could do is, you know, just keep my faith in him and just know that, like, he's already planned all of this. This has been my destiny. So I'm just, you know, just continuing to work on my craft and just trusting the process.
We're doing two right here, Brendan.
Kadari. Hey, man, right here. You know, I wonder, as a New York kid, you know, can you walk me through your day today when you woke up and you realized kind of what was on the line tonight and what the building was going to be like, and then taking the bus here and kind of whatever you were feeling, just did it sink in, like, what the possibilities were of this day?
I knew what today was going to be like after what happened yesterday. You know, just waking up today, we had breakfast, walk through. You want the whole day or?
Tell them what you had for breakfast. Tell them what we ate for breakfast. Tell them what we ate for breakfast.
We had walk through, we got back, took a nap. We had film, and then we got here, warmed up, and we got a big win.
You fell asleep during your nap? You fell asleep and took a nap?
Definitely. Pre-game nap.
All right, we're going Roger right here.
After walkthrough.
RJ, you guys have been thinking about championship all season. You were thinking about the regular season championship, and now, you know, you were thinking about the tournament championship. Is the lived experience of having won it, how does that compare with what you imagined it might be?
I don't think it's settled in yet. Still trying to soak it in, and it's just crazy, you know, how much you could speak things into existence and just watch it all come together. And this has by far been the most emotional, happiest week of my 22 years of existence. So this is great. I mean, I love Coach P. You know what he does. You know what he does for his players. You know, he looks out for all of us. You know, not even Coach P, but the whole entire coaching staff. You know, all my teammates. You know, we mesh, we gel very well together. You know, we goof around on and off the court, and you know, we go to war every day in practice to, you know, obviously experience moments like these.
Right here in front, Sharon.
What were conversations like at halftime when you were still just a little bit behind, 3 points?
The conversation was just you know, not to let up. You know, we was only down, I think, 2 points. 3. Oh, my bad, 3 points. So he just said, you know, just to lock in. You know, he like he said, he brought up trying to, you know, attack Kalkbrenner and not being phased from his length and stuff like that, and using the rim as jail. And I mean, that's really it. You know, we've been through a lot of adversity this year, and you know, like Coach P says his famous quote with the, you know, what's a basketball game if you know that what he said? He said something about this is the game of life. So I mean, really just, you know, just sticking to the principles and knowing that, you know, basketball obviously is a game of runs, and you know that the other team's gonna go on their run. So we just try the best to stick to our defensive principles and, you know, win the game.
Second row right here.
For both Kadari and RJ, congratulations, first of all, on an incredible tournament. Early in the season, Coach had a concern about the players and listening. And as you guys have developed over the course of the season, one of the things that's been noticeable in the games is how in the second half you guys seem to get sharper and close out opponents. But in terms of the NCAA tournament coming up, do you have any concerns going forward, and what do you expect from Coach?
I don't think we have any concerns yet. We don't know where we play or who we're gonna play. So just taking it day by day, staying humble like we've been, and just being ready to go when our name is called.
2 more for the players right here.
RJ, you talk about this being a game of runs. Just during that run where you guys made 14 consecutive baskets in the second half, just what is that like? What was going through your head as you guys are going through that run, and what allowed you to get so hot specifically?
I mean, we definitely fed off the crowd. The energy, the atmosphere was ridiculous. It was very loud, and I mean, it's great to have, you know, that level of support and from the atmosphere, and you know, we feed off that energy, so it's big time. And obviously, like Cook said about, you know, we're not going to know we want to play, but we definitely want to get that 2 seed in the East so that we can stay local and our fans can come out and support.
Last for the players, Zach.
Kadari, that second half from RJ, what was it like watching him? 27 points, and just what do you think worked for him so well there?
I think that was just beast mode being beast mode. You know, he got in foul trouble in the first half, so there was no doubt in my mind that he was coming out to be aggressive and do anything to get a win.
Kadari and RJ, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll have Coach P, and we're going to go to Ralph, if we can get him like.
There goes our season.
We're going to Ralph first, yes.
Rick, when you brought in Zuby and RJ last year, did you look at those guys and think these could be star players on a championship team?
I think that neither guy was heavily recruited. Neither guy had great seasons from where they were. But after working both of them out, I thought they both had great potential as basketball players, could get a lot better. Did I expect them to reach these heights? I didn't really think about it, but I have great gratitude that they did, because we won a regular season and a Big East championship because of their play. The 3 of them have been unstoppable.
Right here in the middle. We're getting the mic there. Hang on.
Coach, at any point leading up to today or during the tournament, did Coach Carnesecca cross your mind, and what would you think he would say about this team?
No, he didn't cross my mind during the game. Crosses my mind after the game. I'm thinking he would be so proud of this team. You know, I've say it all along. You know, St. John's is Lou Carnesecca, Chris Mullen, Mark Jackson, Walter Berry, and all the great, from Joe Dupree and Johnny Warren back in the day. That's St. John's. I'm just a caretaker of what all those guys built, and I'm a proud caretaker of that. So after the game, you obviously think of Lou and how proud he would have been.
Right here on the right.
Coach, at the just under the 12-minute mark was the first time you took the lead in this game. And I did a tweet. The minute St. John's takes the lead in this game, it's over. And it was. And it was Vince that made the basket. And I think Vince has been playing incredible starting in this tournament, really. Can you comment on that turning point and also the way the crowd helped you?
Well, the crowd was great, and I'm glad you have those tweeting powers. It's amazing that you have those powers. Kreskin would be very proud of that. He made a very good play inside. He's a project, but he's a worthwhile project. I'm a very confident coach. I didn't have quite your confidence, but I was very appreciative.
Second row in the middle, Jay.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
Rebuilding a program is hard. You've taken this St. John's program from around the middle of the conference to being just on the edge of the tournament to now you've won a regular season title, a tournament title, and you're probably going to be a very, very high seed in this NCAA tournament. What message would you send to this country that have been used to a St. John's team towards the middle, and now they're about to see in March Madness a St. John's team towards the top?
I don't send any messages to anyone. Humility is a big part of my life right now. It wasn't always that way. I don't believe in redemption. I believe in humility. I don't believe in things that I believe in living in what I call the precious present, a gift that we all get. And, you know, we just lost a superstar in Louisville, Junior Bridgman, who was a young man who didn't smoke, didn't drink, carried his life in God's name in a big way. So I take life as one day at a time. I take it one game at a time. I don't consider ourselves that people should beware of us. I've lost in the first round. I've been to 7 Final Fours. So we're going to take it one game at a time, one possession at a time.
Right here in the middle.
Coach, both Coach Smart and Coach Hurley yesterday commented on sort of the officiating differences in the Big East versus the NCAA tournament in the style of play there. How do you see your team?
What'd they say?
I'm sorry. They basically.
I don't listen to those guys at press conferences.
Yeah. My apologies.
I mean, they're very interesting, but
yeah. They talked about the physicality and how there's a lot more physicality that's allowed in the Big East versus the NCAA tournament. Do you buy that having an impact?
Well, that's been going on for when I coached at Providence. When John Thompson was roaming the sidelines, everybody said the Big East is a much more physical league. Tonight, those officials did a great job. I don't know what he was doing with RJ when RJ went 3 and he thought he was making a gun sign. I don't think RJ knows what a gun is. It is physical, but you have to adjust. Come tournament time, you have to adjust, move your feet more. But that's been said in 1987 when I was a coach. They said that about the Big East. But I think that Connecticut did an awfully good job of adjusting, don't you think, in the last 2 years of adjusting to the officiating? I know Danny's very happy with officials, especially in the tournament.
Over here, Zach on the left.
Rick, you've obviously been here before with different programs. But what does it mean to have St. John's here, Big East regular season tournament, postseason tournament? It's been a program that's basically been dormant for 25 years, and people said St. John's couldn't do this. What's it like for you to be able to bring it back?
Well, first of all, I think there's a lot of misrepresentations about NIL. NIL didn't get us this team because Zuby and RJ are very low-paid players. So that's nonsense about the NIL. when you're in free agency right now, you know, and you've seen it for all of you that carry pro sports, you get a batter that you think is going to really help the Yankees, the Mets, or whatever it may be, bats 150. You don't know what you're getting. Somebody asked me about Zuby and RJ. You don't know what you're getting. Zuby didn't even play at Kansas, and RJ was a good freshman, solid, but you don't know what you're getting. So here's two stars, very underpaid. I'm sure they'll be at Matt's window probably as soon as the season ends, but they're not going anywhere. So you build a team by making sure you understand the whole puzzle of what goes into it. And it's people just mischaracterize the NIL and why St. John's has been built. St. John's didn't get built by the NIL. St. John's got built with character of the players. And certainly we are excited to have these young men.
Last question, Roger.
Rick.
Roger.
Every team that comes here to the Big East tournament, wants to win it. Do you feel like because of where St. John's has been, because of where St. John's is located, and because of the building it's played in, that it's St. John's winning the championship is a kind of a bigger deal?
Well, because of everything that Zach just mentioned, and you guys keep pointing it out about all the things that weren't accomplished before I was born. You keep saying 40 years, 25. I wasn't around back then. I was just, I was in my prime in diapers. But I am, as a New Yorker, about as proud as any person could be. Because, when I hear St. John's is New York's team, and we're New York strong, and we represent New York, that makes me feel awesome inside. So for New York, for St. John's, to see that crowd tonight, it's an extra special feeling for me. Now, I was elated with Louisville when we came in here and won 3 times, I believe. Elated for the players, elated. But there's an extra special feeling being a New Yorker who grew up on 26th Street and grew up in Queens and then Long Island. So for me, it's just extra special because I share this with every fan that takes great pride in what accomplished this year. The fans are very much part of our team. Tonight when we celebrate, I will toast the fans, I will toast you, Roger, and I will toast everybody in this room has supported us. And it's a lot of drinks tonight, guys.
Coach,
Thank you all very much.
Thank you. Congrats. Thanks, Rick. Thank you. See you in Providence, mate.
Rick, did you mean you're going to drink it for the Kings? I wish I could today.
All right, thanks. Yeah. Good luck. Good to see you. Thanks. Thank you.